Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jolene Mujica. I'm the head of trends and tours at Windows Wear. Welcome to our Monday Windows Wear Live, where we take a look at what's happening in the retail world and retail news, as well as some of our highlighted projects from our Windows Wear members. So let's go ahead and get started with. Let's go on over to Seoul, to South Korea, to the Uncommon store opening. So, basically further anchoring the South Korean capital's stature as a leading shopping destination. This opening of this shopping center, which is the Hyundai Seoul, an event that was covered previously, introduced a slew of novelties to the city's sort of discerning shoppers. And one of the innovations presented here is the Uncommon Store, a retail concept without any staff, which hints what supermarkets and convenience stores will look like in the future. Now, the store has been conceived by Hyundai IT&E, the IT Solution Service Unit of retail giant Hyundai, the Hyundai Department Store Group, and it is designed by local architecture and design studio Atelier Archie Atmosphere. Before entering, shoppers are required to install an app by scanning a QR code indicated on a board next to the entrance. And after registration and login, payments are automatically registered and processed. So no cash or bank card or credit card is required. Let's go ahead and take a look inside of this unique and interesting space. Now, interestingly, Uncommon Store has been set up with Millennial and Gen Z in mind, two demographics which the innovators believe have frantically driven change in consumer behaviors in recent years, including the realm of online shopping, omni-channel, which continues to evolve. The chosen design aesthetic, retro futuristic, ties in with a current trend that is very popular amongst young consumers and millennials and Gen Z in Seoul, and we see the facade and interiors wrapped with brands reminiscent of things with neon, commonly used for exteriors of movie theaters, all the way to an homage to the 1960s. So let's see that in further detail. Here you can see how the QR code is scanned. Obviously, Uncommon Stores is wired like no other retail space to enable this new way of shopping. It's a cloud system and internet hyper connections. The use of ICT, AI complex sensors, and machine learning techniques have all been taken care of by Amazon Web Services, and they are fully integrated within the physical space. That is not all, however. Here, let's take a look further into the space. Furthermore, IoT's forms of two-way communication between the space and its users allows storage and reloading of the shopper's purchases and consumption habits. Now let's go back to the design. Laminate surfaces on the pattern ceiling extend from the strap, enhancing this sort of futuristic feel, and so do the industrialized materials and the use of metal, acrylic, retro color schemes. What's on the shelves? Uncommon Store is a convenience store, but one with a very playful twist. So when it comes to the merchandise, you can expect to find anything from toothpaste to fresh fruit to snacks, soft drinks, but also items like Kodak instant cameras. It's also a local convenience store. Nice Weather offers its own selections of goods inside the store. So if you are in the US, this is not unsimilar to the concept of the Amazon Go stores that popped up in Seattle and New York and a couple of different cities around the US, in which they have a companion app, and it is, cashless and transactionless shopping. So very unique, and looking forward to seeing more. Let's move on over to see what's going on over at Louis Vuitton. So for Louis Vuitton, they are presenting something that they call CLV. CLV. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that is. So for CLV, Louis Vuitton has presented something that they are considering an immersive journey throughout their Maison's 160-year-old history in China. After the traveling exhibition's first stop and worldwide inauguration in Wuhan last year in 2020, the CLV exhibition and immersive journey was unveiled in Hangzhou, a famous city or a city famous for its rich cultural heritage and modern vibrancy. It mixes archival objects from the Maison's heritage collection with recent creations, and CLV allows visitors to delve deep into the universe of Louis Vuitton through the immersive and digital experiences that it presents. It uncovers all facets of Louis Vuitton's history and creations through a contemporary lens, and the exhibition brings together a remarkable collection of modern collections and early 20th century trunks, artistic collaborations, and of course, iconic leather creations that are indicative of the house and their craftsmanship. So this exhibition is open from May 15th and will be open through June 20th. It is open from Monday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Admission is free. So if you find yourself in Hangzhou, go check it out. Let's move on over to take a look at what is going on with Gucci and their new collaboration. Gucci has created something that they call the Roblox virtual world. So for Gucci, let's go ahead and take a look at that beautiful imagery. First came, of course, the Gucci Garden archetype installation in the brand's Florence Palazzo, a physical recreation of 15 of Gucci's most fantastical advertising campaign sets. And now comes another garden open to the world and time zone agnostic. Behold what they call the fantastic virtual Gucci Garden to wander through, which offers immersion in Everything Goes, in an Everything Goes universe created by, of course, creative director Alessandro Michele. The Gucci Garden, which is unveiled today on Roblox, the gaming platform initially popular among preteens that is expanding into a prominent metaverse platform for everyone. The in real life version, the Gucci Garden on Roblox, offers multiple themed rooms to pay homage to Gucci's campaigns, but also layers on features unrestrained by the laws of physics. So visitors can enter through a virtual lobby, which you see here, in which their avatars can view, try on, and purchase digital Gucci items. Once inside the different themed rooms, avatars are transformed into blank, genderless, humanoid-like mannequins that look unfamiliar to those who associate Roblox with rectangular, toy-like figures. And as people progress through the space, their avatars absorb visual elements of each space. In the Tokyo Tribe-themed maze, colorful zigzags that we see here, zigzag lights might become a patterned sleeve, for instance. A pool room, which pays homage to the party scene in the Gucci Cruise Collection for 2020. At the center of this is the garden room. In Florence, it's capped by a ceiling. On Roblox, it's an open sky surrounded by forests and seeds and flowers on their virtual avatars. So here we can see that visual. So Roblox randomizes the order in which people enter, so each avatar's appearance is unique to them. And upon exiting, visitors can view their avatar's canvas and canvases of others and can take screenshots to share on all of their social media channels. The idea is that while everyone starts at the same blank canvas, the experience is what defines them, says Morgan Tucker, which is Roblox's senior director of product for their social group. And this adds to the level of immersion that would match, if not exceed, what you see in the real world. It really pushes the limits of what the platform is truly capable of. In the Roblox Gucci Garden, people can mingle with others exploring the space, and they can buy digital pieces created in collaboration with Roblox creator Rook Vanguard. Gucci has yet to determine any prices on these. Gucci is operating a revenue share model with Roblox, and the clothes can be worn in other Roblox experiences and are conceived as collectibles, says Roblox Vice President of Brand Partnerships Christina Wooten. Roblox only previously offered clothing for purchase within an experience with Lil Nas X at his concerts, hosted in November of 2020, which garnered 36.9 million visits and merch sales in the 7 digits, according to Roblox. Now let's talk about the sort of luxury and the metaverse, right? The luxury in the metaverse. Now, while platforms such as Roblox are making money from in game purchases, they also offer brands a route to tap into new audiences. There's an estimated 3.4 billion gamers worldwide, 27% of whom are between the ages of 21 and 30. And according to a July 2020 report, Roblox has more than 42 million daily active users, which is a very fast growing demographic between 17 and 24-year-olds. Games have always become a community in a sense and a place of hangout to see friends, also to attend events. And as more people come together through shared experiences digitally, the more important becomes to self identify and the availability for you to express yourself. The young are very used to the metaverse, right? Being online, the blurred sort of experience of online and offline for young people is very prominent. And just like you wanted to catch kids at the mall, it's the same thing. You'll catch them now online in virtual places like Clubhouse or TikTok. You want to build a brand affinity with these as it already inhabits a space for these younger people. Most of the kids, use their social media platforms for exposure, but metaverses like this can also be a great way to create real life engagement as well as virtual engagement. Congratulations to Gucci and Roblox on a very, very cool collaboration. So let's take a look at what Carolina Herrera has got as they open a cafe in New York City with Angelina Paris. So Carolina Herrera, of course, is bringing Angelina Paris to its Madison Avenue flagship location beginning on Monday in the latest merging of the worlds of style and food, dipping their toes into the hospitality realm. They think their flagship is their home, and it is an extension of that. As an extension of a home, it is a place where people can come and be entertained. And who doesn't want to be outside, see friends, enjoy the sun, enjoy the flowers? Said, of course, Wes Gordon, who's the creative director of Carolina Herrera, of the outdoor bistro setup. Their idea was to turn 75th and Madison into Little Angelina Corner. The original French tea room, which opened during Paris Fashion Week and was a tourist hotspot, first opened its first U.S. location last year near Bryant Park. The Herrera Outpost is the second and marks the American fashion house's first foray into the food realm, following a trend that has, of course, been seen by Ralph Lauren, Gucci, Prada, Burberry, among many, many other luxury houses entering the restaurant and hospitality business. Brunello Cucinelli, who makes olive oil, Fendi sending out logo pasta for a runway show invitation, Telfar designing White Castle staff uniforms, so on and so forth. We're seeing a lot of collaborations and crossovers into hospitality and restaurant. Angelina was established in 1903 by confectioner Anton Ruppelmayer and his son René, and named after his daughter-in-law. The Art Nouveau tea room was designed by Bello Epotique architect, and quickly became a hangout for Paris's, elite. Today, the most popular items on the menu are the richer than rich hot chocolate, which can be served cold for warmer days, and the Mont Blanc pastry, a tiny mountain of meringue and cream. Also, Herrera has its own version with cherry and chestnut cream in their house colors, pink and red, celebrating the brand's 40th year anniversary. It's a little Mont Blanc. It's a lot Carolina Herrera. Not so sweet, but you can have several of them. And we love the idea of our flagship store becoming a place to entertain and a place of hospitality. So congratulations to Carolina Herrera on their new cafe. Now let's take a look at some projects from some of our Windowswear members. As always, if you are a member of Windowswear, please make sure that you have uploaded or kept your profile up to date and upload all your projects so that you can be featured on Windowswear Live. So let's take a look at Visual City, who has done the spring props rollout for Stuart Weitzman. Nicely done. Congratulations to Visual City. Over at Harlequin, Harlequin has worked with Macy's to bring the Macy's Flower Show for 2021 to life. Macy's, of course, the flower show in Herald Square and all of their major cities domestically in the United States, particularly in Herald Square. It covers over 3,000 feet, over 10,000 bespoke roses, peonies, hydrangeas, cherry blossoms, bringing this beautiful facade to light. They also placed QR codes on the sidewalks that triggered an AR experience of thousands of fluttering butterflies through your phone's camera. So not only was there an AR, VR element, as well as beautiful in person. And of course, the Macy's Flower Show is a time honored tradition here in New York City. So fantastic to see our friends at Harlequin helping build these beautiful installations this year. Nicely done. And finally, Arsenal New York. Arsenal is creating or has created for Nordstrom this year in New York City, 111 different locations nationwide, not just New York City. They have 3D printed shapes, sourced and painted sustainable rounds, knockdown wooden frames, ropes, and tassels. So really geometric and beautiful. Fantastic work by Arsenal New York. Very lovely. So that does it for Windows Wear Live for this Monday edition. We will see you next week.